Hole number one of this Euro Trip 9-hole cup. Starting off with a layup on the drive. In headwind here, you don't want to try to be too aggressive. That water, the sand traps, it's all in place. So I'm using a Viper on this account with like a bar and a half of topspin and a basic ball. You could certainly play this with a sniper or a minimum distance quarterback. And I'm using about a half a ball of right curl just to keep this one in a good line of sight to the green, because the pin in this position is tucked behind those trees ever so slightly. So a navigator is going to be great in a tournament situation, especially if we do have some headwind, because you want to cut down that wind. But as I'm demonstrating here, it is possible to be done with almost any ball in the game here. So lining it up just about right at max distance. These days I would keep it at max distance for consistency of adjustment. I wouldn't be a jerk to my fellow players, because, you know, sometimes they can teach you how to play the game. And we should always take care of each other. If you're still learning, subscribe to the channel. Check out all the Golf Clash content that we're laying down here. Tournament and tour play. Always making these rookie videos. And as well, we'll be playing pro. I will be missing this 9-hole in pro due to vacation. So if you're playing my notes typically for the 9-hole, you might want to take a break yourself. Hole number two, and I'm going to show you two different ways to play here. Now, the first effort, you're going to bounce from this first fairway directly over to the green and directly at the hole. Now, in this example, I'm playing into a strong headwind and only with a marlin, so I actually do give this one about a bar and a half or so of topspin. Now, it comes in a little bit hot, and we're set up very close here to the rough. So what I'm going to recommend is that we pull this one back away from the rough, and if we're playing it in a tailwind, you're definitely going to need to give it at least a little bit of backspin. So we just have to play to the conditions that we're given always and forever. That is just the name of the game. But as you can see, a little bouncy ovary is certainly doable as well. So good luck on your shot. Hole number two, once again, this one's very, very spicy. 3 bars of left spin here and 3.6 bars of top spin. Kingmaker, and I recommend at least a level 7 Goliath plus. Now, green ring, you see how we're centering it up there, and the ball guide directly to the pin. 45 min is the adjustment here, and this one does stand a decent chance of getting to the hole. I just want to point out that we are playing this tournament on 9 different courses. This one here, the Drewmore links, and then we're going to press on through, so 7 more. And you're going to see a large variety of clubs and balls, and just keep that in mind. We do have to adapt to our own circumstances, but I'm giving you the path so we can make it happen. Let's go. Hole number 3, this is a long par 5. It's from the Glen Monarch Estate, and I want you to be careful not to use too much topspin here on this kind of drive. 1 bar of topspin, 2 bars of left spin. And I got that second bounce just over onto the second fairway. Now, I've got the yellow ring touching the rough on the left here. You could certainly, please, put about a half of the red ring on the rough, so that just in case you hit a great lap. We're going to hit perfect, I know, but just set yourself up. And I often just hit a clean shot here. Some people play curl, but it's not exactly necessary for this style. But a little left curl can get you closer to the green, so keep that in mind. There's just more than one way to get it done. I'm playing this with the horizon, with the intention of just getting it to the green so that we can go for an eagle. Now, spoiler alert, I give it way too much topspin here. I think about 5 to 6 bars of topspin and 1 to 2 bars of left spin is really going to be just about perfect in this situation. I didn't estimate the remaining ball guide that is, you know, not visible very well at all here, and we just end up in the rough on the edge. But 10% max, we're just trying to get this one to the green. I think with 1 or 2 practice shots in a typical tournament scenario these days, we would have no problem finding that specific number of topspin. So had I clipped the rough, it would have been beautiful, but hey, this is how you want to do it. Get it down here. Hole number 4, this par 3 is on the Nordic Fjords. This is a pretty tough hole, that's for certain. Now, I think this Titan ball, I'm playing it with the intention of being at the pure max distance of this long iron. But a couple of bars of backspin, and I would actually recommend 2 or even more bars of side spin to the right here. It'll give me a little bit more room to work with this very tight pin position. 10 to 20% maximum distance on the adjustment. The general idea is we're bouncing from one of these front fairway pads up and directly to the green. Now, this is, I think, really inconsistent, particularly because of the water that the ball is traveling over. It changes the adjustment quite a bit. So this is the type of thing that we just have to spend some time to dial it in the tournament win. But a little bounce, 2 bounce, and roly just about. But I'll show you the rough bump here next. Okay, so hole number 4, this is the rough bump. Playing it with the sniper, and I've got a katana ball just to give myself a little bit of reach and room to work with that spin set. Going with the... Go to see, I got the top of that blue ring just touching the fringe, and about a bar to a bar and a half of top spin here. And I set this one up with half a bar of right spin. 20%, and I'm adjusting the slider down there. I'm playing at 25% numbers, so... It's an interesting way to set this one up, and I'm not a massive fan of this, but depending on the wind angle, this can actually be a very good option for some players. So, like I said, I'm going to show you all sorts of different paths and different ways to play this course because I want to give us a chance to win. So, just needed a bit more topspin to carry it forward. That gives you another look. Okay, so this Euro trip continues. Hole number 5 on the Grunberg slopes. So I'm playing the right side here, 4.5 or as much topspin as you've got. I like to call this one max top. Now I'm setting it up to bounce over the rough here and playing it with this EM and a Titan. Now, this is all going to depend on your account. If you have like an EM9 and a Zerk, well, you know, you got to do what you got to do. You might want to play it on the left and see if you can get it well down to the last fairway. There's so many ways to play these holes that it's kind of impossible for me to sit here and give you every circumstance, but I just want to give you the creative look, and spoiler, this next shot's going to be pretty darn good. So second shot, we're going to play with the sniper, and I got this one adjusting at 30% max. We set it up with 3 bars of backspin, and you'll see here with the sniper level 6 that the tip of that ball guide is like 4 or 5 green squares short. If you have a level 7 sniper or more, you're going to leave that ball guide like 1 or 2 green squares short. Now, this is an excellent wind angle for this second shot, which is why I chose to play here from the right side. If you had a wind coming in left to right, you might want to think about playing it on the left side. This is the kind of thing that I like to do in the tournament, especially the 9 holes when I'm making notes, is play to the wind the best you can if you think it can give you a bit of an advantage. So perfect ball. You don't have to put it in the notes, but we sometimes got to remind ourselves that's the plan. A little bouncy rolly. Get in the hole. Boom, baby. Come on. I'll see you on number 6. Hole number 6, and we're kicking it old school on Greenock Point. Now, I do think a Titan ball here really is going to be a great play. The reason is it gives you control over the drive so we can get as much consistency as possible. As you can see, I'm going to be using overpower, which for some players is totally fine. You're going to push up a couple rings overpower or use a couple of rings of overpower. But if you like to avoid overpower, just step up the ball slightly if the wind gives you trouble here. And remember, there's also a play down the middle here. I might play a big topper down the middle, you know, P3, P5 ball. Lots of ways to play here, but left side with a power 3 ball is really consistent, and it should give you a very nice second shot. Bottom line, get to the end of this second fairway without going over, and you'll leave yourself with a beautiful long iron 10% mid second shot. Now, as I've already pointed out in this video, my long iron of choice in rookie is typically the backbone. If you've got one with better ball guide, like your Grizzly's got a great level to it, go ahead and use it. Like, don't be offended by what I'm doing, okay? 5 back, 1 right, 10% mid is the play here. Now, depending on the wind, you sometimes have to offset this one a little bit to the right of the cup or even up to the right of the hole. In this low wind scenario, I was able to aim directly at the cup. So keep that in mind. These are not guaranteed shot options, but I'm trying to give you the best kind of idea, a general guide that we can really get thinking and get building shots and really prepare for victory, because that's the plan. I'm trying to get them in the hole. We'll see you on number 7. Hole number 7, we're on the Chateau Lavande. Now, I'm playing this one with a quasar ball, but I think this is really a navigator kind of shot. 0.6 bars of backspin and about 2.2 bars of left spin. I got half that blue ring in the right rough, and I've got that second bounce directly on the green. Now, there's certainly a rough bump here, and normally I would show it to you, but I don't actually have any footage of it because I've had such success with this shot that I typically just keep playing it. Now, that's the thing, right? If you like playing it one way, do it your way. But if you still like this video, hit the thumbs up button. Come on now. Thank you very much. I appreciate all the support from all you beautiful, beautiful people. I'm telling you, this game just gets better and better. But the community, that is the next level. Get in the hole. We'll see you on number 8. All right, so hole number 8, you see me playing with the Kingmaker here. Now, at the time of this recording, I was not exactly aware of how expensive they really are. Katana ball here, more than enough. 3 top, 3 right. The idea is we're bouncing from the left fairway over to the second, but take notice of how much right curl we really do use here. That's an important detail because if you don't use enough, you're probably going to roll over the back of that second fairway. So keep that in mind. The curl plays off the top edge there. See that nice steep, and then it rolls back down. And surprisingly, if you get the right rollout on this shot, you actually get a really nice level second shot, as you can see there. And we're coming at this one with the Thorn. Now, these days, I probably would have played the Max Endbringer. Keep that in mind. Always going to depend on your setup and what works good for you. But in pure minimum distance here, 10% min with about 1 to 2 bars of backspin, depending how you want to set this one up. It's a great way to get the eagle. In fact, we're going to. And I recommend that you do your very best to check that out. And, you know, there's so many good shots, and I really think you're going to do great in this tournament. And don't forget to check out erelicgaming.com. I do upload a PDF copy of the rookie video notes each and every time for free, forever. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on number 9. Hole number 9, and the White Cliffs is going to send us off. And I'm telling you guys, this is a very difficult par 5, especially from the front tee. So I'm bringing an extra mile and a horizon. I felt like I had a bit of a chance here with the horizon, but probably a big dog for most players. 2.5 bars of backspin, 1 bar of right spin. Now, you could probably play 3 or 4 bars of backspin here, depending on your setup. Just keep that in mind. We don't want to go too crazy here. 10% medium distance. I'm not actually playing this extra mile at max. Well, just about, but I adjusted at medium distance. It's not going to really matter. And if you have a right to left wind, you might need to use a 1/2 bar of right curl here. Well, it's a very difficult drive. Don't forget to use a practice token or 2. It's all going to really depend what the tournament wind here gives us. So second shot, 30% downhill. A big dog or horizon. Big dog in many situations, but I felt like with the extra topspin here, it gave me a little something to play with. As you can see, because of the headwind, I didn't mind getting a bit aggressive with the topspin here. If we have tailwind, that's going to kind of change the game plan, so keep that in mind. There's many different ways, and if I played every different possibility of a video, we'd be here for an hour, and you probably wouldn't be here for an hour. So thank you very much for watching. And I hope you have a really great tournament. This is a 9-hole cup format where Playdemic is using, you know, a different hole from every course. I think it's pretty cool. You know, I think they've done a good job of mixing it up lately, and I'm enjoying it a lot. So come by the live streams. Not this one, because I'll be on vacation. But after that, well, you know, we'll have all sorts of Golf Clash fun. So if you haven't yet subscribed, please go ahead and do so. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up button on the way out the door. Thank you very much for watching. Good luck to each and every one of you in the Euro Trip 9-hole Cup.